easier to pull off.
Alright,
However,
tuan-tuan dan
it all
puan-puan,
boils
perlawanan
down to
pertama
can you land the CC
Homebois
in the
menentang
first
tim
place, right? So
Secret. Hari
Homebois
yang
have a
keempat
high
sama-sama
ceiling
kita
of trying to
saksikan perlawanan
outplay
di lane
TS, but at the same time, TS, if anything hits, it's over.
Empty has a lot of ways to initiate a fight.
Oh, cepat sangat ni Pak. Itu lah tu. Sebab dia nak tunjuk layout ni kot. Hero draft pick yang apa.
Oh man, Lefel doesn't even want to give a prediction.
Ini siapa layak dia akan pergi ke playoff guys knockout stage.
No, there's too many curses in play. But hey, what about you guys at home? Who do you think is going to win? This is going to be a really fun matchup.
Tapi duduk siapa nak tahan 1-1 duduk?
Shifters got a fun little game of their own.
The Atlas, they got
Ruby.
the Atlas.
They got the Atlas, so therefore we deserve to have some fun too. It's time here at the MSC Mid-Season Cup 2025 live in Riyadh.
Susah untuk Homebois,
WC25. Homeboys going to be on blue side facing off against Team Spirit on the red.
Maknanya Team Spirit banyak nak main kiting guys. Pick off gerak.
On the playstyle from Team Spirit. I don't know if you could say it's mostly team fight because the majority of the heroes we're seeing in their composition are literally single target heroes. I mean, you could say that the Guinevere could like affect more than one hero, and it's great that it has a way to keep itself or immune itself from other crowd controls that can come in from Homeboys, because that's the problem. I mean, Ivan is a
Spirit ni kuat juga ni guys.
And actually, more importantly, Vel, right? Those are a lot of layers of crowd control that you have to think about if your Team Spirit wants to go in for the setup.
So many, right? And I think this game is going to boil down to the performance of the laners on every single lane. Maybe the junglers not so much, but there is a higher onus on one shot to land his abilities, and Amal needs to be able to use his iframes to get on out.
Okay, ni Vel tahu ni hero dia kalah laning ni. Dia tak clear minion guys. Dia tak paksa untuk hit minion. Supaya minion dia tak kena freeze. Asalkan dia dapat
even for looking at
EXP
the
dengan
combinations
tak
for
perlu
one
lasik
shot,
pun.
since
Itu
it's been a
EXP
while
lah.
since I've seen a
Dekat dengan minion ni.
jungle seems like it's going for tank emblem, a little bit of thrill here, and
Cici
of course
poking kuat kat
additional
laning.
damage to the jungle. So yeah, maybe it is indeed Team Spirit just wanting to play around Hiko. If even the Guinevere seems like it's going for a bit more tankier approach.
Yeah, I think the tankier approach is slightly better here, right? Because if we're talking about just like there's just so much disruption from Homeboys' side, the only way we see One Shot actually making an outplay of his own is if he times his Violet Requiem perfectly against the I'm Offended. But now, first fight.
Oh, lompatan. Oh, tarikan daripada Vel menyelamatkan keadaan. One shot down. First blood dapat oleh Emal, cantik mainan tadi. Turtle nampak gayanya bakal turtle mudah mungkin dapatkan oleh Emal. Emal kena angkat ni. Tak ada first kill. Aduh, Emal down. Flicker daripada Sawo. Gunakan Chow flicker juga. Nampak gaya sunset level dari kembangkan. CC dong sedap kan ni Homeboys ni. Tarikan. Oi, mati terus gila. Baik tu.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting this.
That's true. That's why I already stopped. Like, imagine that.
Kan
There was
cici
still a
bah.
flicker that Ivan could potentially burn, and yes, it's gonna be a huge problem for Team Spirit, who's just trying to run away. But that's the thing. This isn't a gold lane Ruby. It's an XP lane Ruby. So seeing it active in the first objective.
Ni baik duk Vel selamatkan guna Ruby. Kalau tak tu dah terlompat-lompat Ruby tu.
The way that they're able to layer the fist break and the I am offended, Team Spirit could barely move, could barely get out. There aren't any purify spells either way other than Sunset Lover.
Yeah. Oh, so it seems like I was wrong. Amal did end up missing one of the punctures. He didn't get a reset on it, which is why he couldn't double dash out of the pickup here. Even so, right, the extensions and the kills that came afterwards, after Amal died, is really great for the Homeboys, because these leads adds up for people like Izanami. He's got that full level lead against Sunset Lover and Vel. He's got full priority, right? He's not really interacting with Kid Bomba.
1400 gold lead dipegang oleh Homeboys.
Because if Izanami gets far enough ahead, you don't have an option, and he still has Purify. So Sawo's thinking, man, I can't even force it.
Oh, already using the traction pulse.
Man, position tak okay situ man.
Sawo, because he can potentially look for a setup though, but this is different from
misi bala dendam apa?
Kind of expecting to be Team Spirit just constantly being the ones
Almost
to
kalah dengan Team
trying
Spirit.
to interrupt and look for
Sebelum ni.
Izanami or making him uncomfortable
Nampak,
in terms
malam.
of positioning,
Daniel,
because if they're able to establish this lead,
Dah mana
I
solid
mean, that's
pa.
100%. That's 100%
Aku tak tahu guys, game ni tak tahu. Banyak sangat single target pada Team Spirit. Homeboys punya cover tadi baik gak.
Extra confident in whatever
Kita
they
tengok
try
macam
to do
mana
or
kesudahan ni.
wherever they try to position themselves, and that's what we're seeing right now prior to the next
Emal tak ada
objective
skill.
of this game.
Amal, gotta be careful there, buddy. You can't be losing
apa?
your resets
Faham.
here, especially for your puncture. It's too important.
Whoa.
This might break out. The traction pulse has been thrown, but at this point, everybody, they're ready for this 5v5. They're really.
Oh, tarikan flicker yang cantik daripada Vel. Mencari Hiko. Aduh, Amal tak ada full skill. Vel down. Amal hidup tak? Ui, mati duk. Oh, enjoy it.
What? Renner's apathy from Melcuti.
Sawo down.
It lands to Sawo.
That was a headshot coming in from MelQT, saving at least a bit of the scenario. They give away the turtle, but they end up losing 2 for it. Amal, he's got to be careful. He cannot make these types of mistakes. And honestly, just with the War Axe alone, Hiko was put in a lot of trouble. Had he landed it, that definitely would have been a kill. But now the lane swaps have started to come through, right? MelQT still wants to be able to participate for this upcoming turtle fight. And surprisingly enough, Vel is willing to
1-1 tu tak free sangat. Vel datang, beri bantuan. Ultimate cantik, kit bomba. Mungkin ditumbangkan lompatan. Aduh, tak mati duk kit bomba. Kena ikat. One shot je menumbangkan MelQT. Tendangan. Oi, baik dua. Dapat sustain. Dapat trade balik. Double kill je dapat oleh Amal.
Is it? I gotta give it to Kid Bomba. He outplayed the scenario very well, but it's a 2-for-2 trade with a tier 1 down bot side and Hiko catching double waves in the process. The true winner of this really is Hiko because MelQT, if he survived here, it would have been a different story.
Izanami kena poke level. Sawo back. Datang tendang. Sebelum Vel mati tu dapat second skill baik duk. Second skill flicker. Melekat sebelah tembok. One free macam mana tu? Macam mana lagi?
Look at Kid Bomba. He knows he outplayed that. It's like, try me again.
How often do you see the actual winners not being part of the fight? but yeah, Hiko got a lot from that entire team fight. Which took Homebois long enough, but still, if you look at the lead, at least it's still in Team Spirit's hand. But nonetheless, I'm liking the mechanics. I'm liking how coordinated Homebois actually is.
Padanya 1-1 ni mungkin kaya dalam 600 guys. Rasanya.
Seems to play it maybe a little too aggressively even. I mean, there were a lot of times Kid Bomba up top was even right under the turret already, but they tried to create that play onto one shot as a way to
flicker lagi tendangan ke atas Izanami tapi tak ada follow up yang cukup, dihentikan perjalanan. Amal down. Walau weh. MelQT pun down. Crossbow off tank.
Taken down from Homebois.
And now you
I
can even hear from here. Team Spirit are very vocal about it. We saw that mistake. You do not get to walk away with that. We need more polish. We need to smell the varnish off of you. Anything less is beneath us. Kid Bomba
dapat engage tadi dekat Win.
This is going to just be a tougher time for MelQT to try and cut through him until he gets a Malefic Roar or a gun. Regardless, it's a winning scenario as Team Spirit. 7 minutes into this game, 4,000 gold ahead, and a majority of it being held by both the side laners, Kid Bomba, and especially Hiko.
They have so much room to move around the map. Ever since they've been winning out on the macros, is the first few team fights that we've been
secara
seeing.
tiba-tiba
And it's surprising
4 mati.
Change of pace for this game. I mean, that was a high-pitched crossbow tang. It came in a little too surprisingly as well. Oh, traction pulse.
Ni tak boleh contest pula ni.
Doesn't
Contest
land
mati.
onto anyone, but they've created enough space yet again for Team Spirit, who will likely try to just secure this
Land miss
for
skill satu mulu
themselves.
wak. Ya.
Homebois, even
Aku rasa tu salah satu sebab dia ni kot. Dia bagi land slot ni. Faham tak? Sebab mobility untuk Team Spirit ni kan tak senang untuk dapatkan dash. Okay, damage tu. Bomba berjaya ditumbangkan oleh Amal. Amal sangat-sangat low. Dibantu. Vel berjaya ditendang. Vel down.
And that gives 2 kills or 1 kill. 1-for-1 trade for both of these teams.
And Amal, he's coming back into this. He's like, guys, I messed up a couple of times, but now I'm going to make sure that if we get somebody low, I will finish them off. And Kid Bomba, he tanked through the damage with the help of that vengeance. And not to mention his blade armor, which is making Izanami's life extremely difficult. But the conversion, right? Team Spirit was 4,000. There's now 6.1k ahead. And they still have the walking down to the bottom side. All the econ turrets, which is all the tier 2 turrets, are going to collapse. That holy shielding will will protect them. But I think that Team Spirit now just really taking their time, right? Eating away at the economy of the Homeboys, stealing away their jungle at the same time.
Mid pun beza macam 1000 lebih 2000. Banyak baru.
For Sao.
Main Sabau.
Even for one shot, and looking like the Holy Shields are already gonna pop before the Lord even gets to approach their inhibitor turret down bottom. Sao might have wanted to try and go for the attempt, but they're gonna play it safe. There's the traction pulse.
Damage almost late game ni ada ni guys, tapi kena kemas lah.
Homeboys successfully defend for now.
All Holy Shield
tank
has been stripped away, and Team Spirit, they understood there's no way we're going to be able to finish this on the first time, right? Even Sawo, he's looking for an angle, but if he doesn't see it, they just have to back off. No reason to throw your lead now, especially now that you've developed a very solid 7K. In about, what, 70 seconds or so, Homeboys are bound to make a mistake. They have to walk back up. Malefic Gun already purchased for the side of Mel QT, and I think it really boils down to a battle of battle spells, unironically.
That's true. I like how Sawo, tried to look for a kick, but when he saw that it might not be the best time to go for a kick anymore,
damage paling
disengaged.
besar.
Didn't force anything to happen anymore, because that's respect, of course, coming in from Team Spirit and them just badly wanting to hold on to the lead that they have. And now all they have to do is just to keep managing these waves, deny the potential farm that Amal could actually secure. And that's not looking too good too, by the way, because he's 2 levels behind of one shot. So even when it does come to the objective fight later on, this is a Lancelot, but the retribution won't be the same.
It's not on equal footing. And I think worst yet, right? The transition.
Izanami
was supposed to be the one that gets them over early to mid. And now that we're seeing the blade armors coming through, and I'm pretty sure Radiant armors are also eventually going to get built, unless he's got a a divine
lot
blade
yang kedua
on top
kawan-kawan.
of maybe having
tak boleh bagi root ni.
concentrated energy might just be a little bit better in this particular case.
Tu tahu
Just
tak
to
tumbang
sustain
ni.
in this battle, right? Let's look at the items so far.
Oh yo,
Sky
1-1
Piercer
3000.
already built.
2000 lebih,
Now,
2000
already looking for a
lebih.
second item, but man,
Mesh
members
2000.
inside the Team Spirit
Get
already moving to their
goal.
fourth item for their cores, third
EXP,
item for
oi
the side
3000.
lane.
Walau
Doesn't have the Radiant armor
Tak
yet,
payah
but
contest lah guys, buat mati
already
kan.
has the blade armor, enough tank.
Main timingnya ni pak. Mobility hero enemy ni pun lemak juga ni. Sebab tu aku rasa less to miss dash duk. Sebab terlampau banyak mobility duk.
Considering that he hasn't died yet even once in this game too, so it's going to be a huge problem for Team Spirit, because Izanami is also able to supplement a bit of crowd control, but Homeboys have to do a great job at protecting these heroes. Not just Izanami maybe, because this is a 10k gold lead we're talking about in the hands of Team Spirit. So things can get pretty messy once they approach the
Boy
base.
satu moment. Tak, mana ada. Mana ada terlampau tunggu. Ini dah goal lead gap macam ni, kalau dia engage meninggal gila. Sebab cuba kau tengok tadi yang Vel engage tu tapi tak mati. Targeting dia kot. Konsil daripada Sawo mencari mangsa seorang, retribution daripada Emal. Tahu? Gunakan flicker. Try drag late duk boleh ni.
There was a slight mistake.
InsyaAllah boleh lah kata.
It seems from Sawo in terms
Ada
of
buyback pasal okey.
calculating how he could have landed a setup
Auto
for
berperang
Team Spirit,
terus.
but it doesn't seem like he still wants to go for
Okay
the
je.
reset. Might attempt to do something if a member from Homeboys
Tapi game ni fasa cepat kan?
overextends a
Mana
little
boleh
bit,
buyback
but at least they'll keep themselves safe. They'll just stay under the turrets for now, and even Sawo won't risk it anymore. So again, a successful defense, I'd say, for Homeboys.
Very
Management
successful indeed. I mean, their composition has the better wave clear, right? Team Spirit are the ones, the way that they siege is by threatening you with their position, by actually catching you prior to the siege or while you are underneath your turrets. And I think that right now, with Sawo losing that flicker, it's a
tarikan Sawo dah tak ada flicker tadi.
Have the flicker, as you mentioned, to get out of that.
Lompatan pada one shot, kena conceal counter engage yang dilakukan. Ni guys, ui baik duk Val. Ivan. Tapi inilah guys, flicker daripada Val. Iku mencari mangsa kedua. 1 untuk 1. Val sesat. Oh,
They finally get the kill.
Ada counter engage tak nampak? Ada tapi aku rasa dia kena tukar satu hero lah guys, sumpah. Dia ambil Gatot kan untuk tahan 1-1 ni. Gila, lebur gila kena. Pecah tu.
That just brings it to the 10
Awas, awas.
though. In terms of the gold
Atas
lead,
pecah duk ni.
it
Sawo
didn't shrink at
conceal.
all. It's Sawo once again with the conceal looking
Early
to
pressure.
find a target, but Homeboys
Blurry
are gonna
okay.
keep themselves
Okay
safe.
juga.
Even with multiple successful attempts to defend, without the Lord, Team Spirit were able to take
Masya
that
okay lagi.
inhibitor
Tak tahu duk
up
guys,
top
Masya.
nonetheless.
Aku
So this upcoming
main Masya
objective,
jadi aku tak tahu
will Homeboys be
keberkesanan dia
brave enough to try and risk it? They're
dekat game ni.
complete
Macam kita tadi aku dapat tengok sekejap dia bawa Masya. Tak aku hidup guys.
battle spells,
Dia pun tak hidup game.
these two flickers that aren't
Very
in
bad
the
man
hands of
datang,
Bell and
very
Ivan might
bad.
be crucial.
Extremely crucial. Not to mention they've got 2 side waves to deal with, right? Team Spirit can take however long they want to deal with this
Alright,
one.
lot
They should
mudah
be able to secure
didapatkan
this without
oleh
much of a
Team
contest from the
Spirit.
Homeboys, and this is it. If Homeboys are
10,000
able to make
gold
this
15
one
minit,
final
11,000
defense, they
guys.
will come back
Satu
into this
tower
game
daripada
on
Team Spirit
equal
tak ada
terms with
tumbang.
Team Spirit, other than the minions pushing, but in terms of power level,
Yeah.
Team Spirit, they're looking to try and close this out here. Sawo, he's used that conceal to get another inhibitor on that top side, but hadn't commit the flicker. So we need to see that big choke play from Sawo. That's what we're expecting here, unless One Shot is going to be the one who initiates.
Yeah, because for the past few Lord Sieges, the attempt from Sao hasn't been that successful. He's always forced to recall, reset, and so Team Spirit are left with 4 members, and of course you'd expect the setups, the engagers to
game
come
ni.
in from Sao, and
Macam
of
berat
course, One
Homeboy,
Shot,
macam
but I
dia boleh
feel
end ni,
for
guys.
now One Shot is more of the
Tengok macam mana.
secondary layer of
Barang
ground
jadi ke
control
barang tak
for
jadi.
Team Spirit, so that they don't put themselves
Emal ni sepatutnya
too
dapat
much
hero
in
ni,
a
hero dia
dangerous
juga ni. Aku rasa dia
position,
kena
but
relax sikit lah main.
will he get to find it this time? Izanami Yayo still has the Purify, so might
Sebab dia
not
kurang
be the best
jadi,
target, but
Izanami.
he's already
Dia
down.
poking,
Half
lompatan,
HP.
terkena.
One Shot gets to
Oh,
find
mati
a
duk
different
Bell.
target. It's Bell instead and sets up
Terbang
for
pula.
the perfect crossbow of Tang coming in from
GG, guys.
Egomania, and that will just
Tuan-tuan dan
hand
puan-puan,
over the
perlawanan
win
pertama
to Team
dimenang oleh
Spirit.
Team Spirit.
Mistakes being made in the earlier stages of the game.
Harap
Team
dapat comeback
Spirit,
stronger tu Homeboys
great
untuk game yang
convergence,
kedua
great
sebentar je
punishes
lagi.
against the
Congratulations
Homeboys.
untuk
This
Team
is what I'm
Spirit.
talking about.
Dan setelah
Team
itu Homeboys,
Spirit
sama-sama
are
kita
so
doakan untuk game kedua
solid.
guys. Let's go.
I kind of feel like this is
Jangan
the
lupa like,
perfect
comment,
time
share,
to have that
subscribe, guys,
right mentality of that